workshop, like module 3 is quite, let's say, heavy regarding the information I will throw at you. So if you have any questions or if you don't understand anything, just stop me or, well, ask anything you want to do there. No stupid questions today, all right? Excellent. All right, so why are we here? That's quite easy. We need more website traffic, meaning we need more visitors on our websites. More visitors on our websites means finally more bookings, more money. So, and I will show you a couple of ways how to, or different activities you can use to get more traffic. One of those is SEO. We talked about SEO, or search engine optimization, last time in the other workshop. We will extend a bit more what it means to do like SEO that brings much more traffic. A short backflip to what we discussed earlier. If we talk about SEO, we actually talk about Google. Google has almost 90% of the market share in Australia and almost 75% global. So if we optimize our website, we usually optimize for Google because that's the main search engine for the consumer. Also, just for you to understand how is Google actually working, how is the search engine working. I covered this last time, I just explained again because SEO is highly important. There's something we call the web spider, or a web robot, or a Google bot, or however you want to call this. And these little things come to your website, usually at night if you can't see them. And they scroll through your website and they try to understand what kind of keywords you have on your website. Yeah? If a consumer is looking for accommodation with Sundays, that would be a keyword. And Google is trying to understand if you have those keywords on your website. So, once Google understands what's on your website, each keyword gets an index or a ranking for your website. So, and then the customer comes along and searches, let's say, for accommodation with Sundays, and Google knows then, oh, hold on, there's a website that has that keyword. But Google knows as well there are much more websites with the same keywords. And now the ranking plays a big game. If you have done really good optimization, if you have done a good job, your ranking is quite high for that keyword. If not, you're not on the first page or the second page or not even on the 10th page. So people can't find you. People can't find you, no traffic. So it is highly important that your website is optimized and has all the important keywords a customer would use to find a similar product. So there are different spots where you actually can place a keyword on your website. This is the plain content, and that's usually the place where you would place your keywords. But there are a couple of other things that are very important to have or to fill out with keywords. That is, can you see the screen from here? Excellent, good. There's something we call the title tag or the page description. It is sometimes up at the very top bar of a browser. So that's where you can add or change your keywords. Usually it comes automatically from the system, depending on the developer who developed your website, and it should say, or it should have your company name. Make sure you have generic keywords in that area as well, because that's what Google is seeing at the first step. The first time it comes to a website, Google is looking for this title tag to understand what's your website actually about. We have headings. We have just one heading. Every time we have a new website or a new site on your page, there's a heading. We can have subheadings. Whoops. Yeah, Google knows headings are more important than plain text. So every time you have a keyword in a heading, that is more important than a keyword in a plain text. Images. Google knows that you have images, and Google knows images are really important on a website to give the consumer an understanding what you're actually offering. Google cannot see what's on it, but Google knows the title of the picture, so how you save it on your laptop and then you uploaded that to the website. That name is visible for Google, and as well the alt attribute, which is like a word for alternative attribute or alternative text. It just explains what's on the picture. So it's a good place to add keywords here as well. The structure of the URL is important as well. Yeah, sometimes you see a lot of question marks and numbers in the URL, which is up here. That's not a keyword. Google understands what's behind your name, your domain name. Everything behind that is highly important to speak that with keywords. All right, so that was just a step back, what we did discover and we discussed last time. It's all about keywords. I hope that makes sense. To get somehow more consumers on your website, they're looking on the website for product, on search engines for your product, for any product with keywords. And you need to find those keywords your consumer is using to find a similar product. So start with your fundamental keywords, get those keywords somehow wherever you can do it on your website, and then a consumer has the chance to find actually your website. So once that is well done, you get much more traffic. That is all on site. This is the basics, how to optimize a website. And that is all here. It's the content. It's the keywords on your website. Now, there's another thing that is very important when we talk about optimization and to get Google rankings better. And that is the page relevance. That is effectively how important is your website compared to other operators, compared to other websites. And that's what we are going to talk about it right now. There are two different things. I can change, or I can optimize, or I can influence the relevance of my website on site through a regular content update. Is someone using like a section on the website called news or even a blog? Excellent. That is a regular content update. Google likes to see that you update and that you work on your content on your website as much as possible. If you work more often on your website and updating your content, publishing new articles or new posts, Google thinks that's good because you're working for the consumer and your relevance, how important your website is going up, and that increases your ranking. That also includes uploading new pictures or videos or somehow to create new content at all. That is what you can do on site. And that is something we call off-site. We can do search engine optimization off-site, and that is links. Links to your website from other websites, external links. So if you have more links to your website, Google understands, hold on, if there are so many links to this website must be more important than others. So the more links you have, the more important is your website, let's say in the whole space of websites or for that keyword. So Google has an understanding of how many links you get into your website and also traffic. The more traffic you have, and Google knows how much traffic you have, Google thinks, okay, if the consumer is on this website and there's more and more and more consumer coming, your traffic is going up, your website must be more important. So your ranking is increasing with traffic. So the more traffic you have, the better your ranking as well. So you have two components if we talk about off-site website or search engine optimization to increase your rankings. Does it make sense? Excellent. All right. So, and this is a nice example I use usually all the time. Your website is very much like Queensland Rail. If you just imagine your website is the central station and all the different tracks here are your links. So the more links you have, the more people can find your website and Google can see different parts or paths to your website coming. So it's quite easy. The more links you have, the better. Or the more people come to central station, your website. All right. The SEO pyramid. Last time we talked about this, keyword research, how to find keywords. Now we're here. So this is how to optimize your website from an SEO perspective. This is something accessible and the quality of content, what your developer has to deliver. This is when you start your new website or if you start to get your new website or a relaunch. Make sure you have all the keywords on your website. And now we are on link building. Link building and traffic. Get as many links to your website as possible and try to increase your traffic to get your relevance, the website relevance, the importance of your website up. And next time we're on here, we talk about social media. That's the last part of optimizing website regarding SEO. Okay, something always have in mind is a Google listening. Who is listed on Google Places? Who's not? Okay, something to do. Definitely, because the way a consumer is searching is usually combined to a location. Let's say Hotel Early Beach. So Google knows you're looking for something in Early Beach. And on the first page, if you Google now on Google, you always get a listing for traffic, like a map here. And that is usually right now on the first page of Google. So if you are here, people can click here and they see your location on the map. So that's another way how people can find you and how you can get more clicks. All right, so we talked about right now just about the organic part. So you want to be here on the first page to get more traffic. Sometimes it is really hard because, well, let's imagine we are in Cannes and we have, I don't know, 1,000 competitors and they're all going for recommendation Cannes. That's quite hard. Not everybody can be on number one of the page. So that maybe you can change your keywords and say, all right, maybe I'm not going for recommendation as a keyword because the competition is too hard. Maybe I just go for self-contained rooms, if that is your product. Or you decide to sponsor a link, to sponsor a keyword. And then we're talking about SEM, paid content. You can pay a keyword and say, let Google know, I want to pay this keyword, I want to sponsor this. So as soon as someone types it in, your ad comes up here on the first page or the second page of a Google search. And that's something which is really efficient. And that's what we talk about now, paid traffic. If you're not able to be on number one or number two on a search page, SEM, like search engine marketing or paid click, is usually a good opportunity to get more traffic to a website and to promote your business. Why? It is very cost effective. If you say you want to buy or you want to sponsor the word accommodation Cannes or accommodation with Sundays, you only pay if actually someone clicks on your link and comes to a website. You don't have to pay if your ad is just displayed on Google, so that doesn't cost anything. Only if someone clicks, you actually pay. And then you pay for a click, something between $1 or $5, depending on the competition. It is immediate. You can start doing it right now. You're done in 15 minutes and your campaign is out there. That doesn't mean it is very effective yet, but it is possible. And you can say after 5 minutes, I stop it. And you don't lose any money anymore. You just pay if someone actually clicked on it. It is flexible because you can always say, okay, I only do SEM or paid clicks in my low season to get more traffic in because I'm booked out anyway. You always can say, no, only on Mondays, only during my lunch break, or whenever you want to do it. It is up to you to decide when you want to have or show a Google AdWords paid keyword. And it has a huge tracking. You know how much you paid for each keyword. You know how much people clicked on it and how long they stayed on your website. You can decide how much money you want to spend in a month. You can decide how much money you want to spend for one click. So it's all up to you to let Google know how much money you have, your budget, and how you want to work using this kind of online marketing. So the question is, how does it actually work? And I have a short process here which explains very brief how AdWords work. We create a campaign in Google AdWords, or you can do the same on Yahoo or Bing as well. This ad will be displayed on Google on the search site if someone is searching, for example, for Brisbane hotels. There's your URL and the description. People click on this keyword, they end up on your website or wherever you want them to go. And if you're lucky, they purchase or they do a booking or whatever you want them to do. So that is kind of the process of how Google AdWords or paid traffic works. So then the only question is, how do we create a campaign that is very effective? And there are a few things to have in mind if you think SEM is a good tool to work with. We start with creating an account if you don't have an account, and we then start creating a new campaign. We give this campaign a title, for example, hot air ballooning. I'm an operator and I have balloons and I go out and take people to the sky. And I think, all right, I actually have, my customers are a bit different. I actually have customers who search for hot air balloon in Cairns and have customers all over Queensland. I actually have to split up. And that's what we call an ad group. To make it efficient for Google to understand what kind of keywords you would like to use, we create ad groups. In this case, we have a group for ballooning in Cairns and ballooning in Queensland. So why is this so important? If someone is searching for ballooning Queensland, this keyword needs to be, I'm going one back, in your ad. So the customer is using the word ballooning Queensland, needs to find these two keywords in your ad. If not, he's not going to click. So someone who types in ballooning Cairns is not going to click if here is an ad saying ballooning Queensland. So I create another ad group here where I have all my keywords for ballooning Cairns. And for each of these groups, I can create or I can collect keywords. So in this ad group, I have only keywords that are similar to ballooning Cairns, hot air balloon Cairns, Cairns balloon tour, something like this. And the same for Queensland. Of course, I can create more ads. So I have, let's say, 5 ad groups. And for each of these groups, I have a specific ad using the keyword and the different description. So the user knows exactly what he's going to click on or where he's going to end up. Okay, more questions? All good? Excellent.
Where it shines, Queensland shines on me. Where Australia shines.